Coach, what's happening tonight, my man?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Coach, I got to ask you. The number one thing that I always wanted to ask you if I ever had the ability to talk to you was there was a cow in practice when you were at Independence. Guy ran out there with a gun. It was pretty freaking hysterical. I got to ask you, as a college head coach, is that the most Kansas thing that ever happened to you at your time in Independence?
Get over here. Yeah, that's that backwood redneck shit, man, right there, man. About as much as it gets, I guess. Shit, I don't know. I haven't watched the show, man. I haven't went back and actually watched that shit, so I don't know if I remember it live. They also cut out everything, so you don't really see it. But in real life, that cow ran through the Netflix tent, and they got the hell out of Dodge. So Netflix dispersed because that cow ran right through all their shit. So
that's pretty damn funny.
Yeah, so they don't show that obviously, but yeah, that was some pretty, backwoods stuff.
I feel you. Coach, you had a pretty big week last week. I was listening to your podcast. You talked about the draft on Monday. What was that experience like for you? I'm sure you've been there before, but one of your players Jermaine Johnson got drafted pretty high. Just walk us through that experience through your lens, through your eyes. What was that like for you?
Yeah, it was good, man. That was my 30th kid drafted. I think my 7th first round kid. So I mean, it was just always good to see those babies succeed and get a chance to go up, move on in life, man. And that's my number one job is to get those kids where they could not get themselves. And that's what people don't realize. That's the definition of coach, if you ever define it. But is to get them where they could not get themselves. And that was my job. And I think I did it better than anybody in the country. And that's just what it is. It allows me to sleep at night knowing those kids get to move on, not get arrested, not go, get killed, not go to jail, not get kicked out of the 4-year school. That is why I am the way I am with those babies. But if you ever seen a kid talk shit about me or a coach on social media or otherwise, let me know because I'm still looking for it.
I feel you.
Contrary to belief,
I feel you. Coach, you said something interesting, though, and I want to get to that in a minute. But Jermaine Johnson, when you were recruiting him, you got him on campus. When did you know that there was something just different, right? Like this guy comes from the SEC. Now he's a first-round pick. You said it was I think your 7th first-round guy. What about Jermaine or those other guys? Is it something that like it just instantly clicks, or was there just a moment that you knew that these guys were first-round potential?
Yeah, I'm a personnel guy, man. That's kind of my background. You know what I mean? I kind of know evaluation of talent, character, all those things I think tie in together when you're evaluating a talent. Everyone has their own talents. Obviously we look for long, rangy, athletic kids that can bend, run, hips, big hands, long arms, all those things we evaluate when we're recruiting these guys. But, he stuck out right away. Good friends of mine, I won't give away names, but we had 30 plus Division I transfers every year at Indy that came in. I'm talking about that came into school. We'd sent out 45 plus every year. But Jermaine, I was called about Jermaine by big time coaches at big time schools from buddies of mine that just said, listen, man, this kid ain't going to make it. So Jermaine wasn't a hidden gem, so to speak. People knew who he was. He was going to get offered a scholarship by somebody.
Right.
He had offers by Minnesota, by, I think Michigan State. He had offers. It wasn't like nobody knew who he was, and I just found this guy. He was out there, and it was a matter of going to get him and presenting him the best option and being genuine with Jermaine and being real with them. And that's what I did. And that's why we got him. And he was one of my I got a lot of them, but he was solely recruited by me. I didn't let anyone else touch him. Usually we kind of hit them with everybody, certain kids. We try to go, stampede recruit them. Jermaine was solely my kid because I knew he was different. I knew he's very articulate, very educated. He's not dumb. He's very, very smart and bright. And I knew that from the gate. That's why I knew he was bullshitting because there's no way he could have had a 1.9, right? So, and I know how it is. I wasn't a school guy. I hate school. So I knew that was going to be me to get him and take me to get him. And that's what happened. And, ended up getting him. And then the rest is in history. I think on the show, I think people pointed out that I said he was a first rounder on the show. So I think I know what the fuck I'm talking about after all.
I'm not going to take that from you. That's for sure. That's for sure.
By the way, I had 5 kids drafted. I had more kids drafted than the entire Pac-12 besides UCLA, the entire SEC besides Georgia and Alabama. I think every other school in America. So I think some guy did a thing on it, and it was funny to me. Some guy did a mock-up draft thing, and it had like Georgia 15 kids, Alabama so many, LSU, Cincinnati had 9, and then they put JB had 5. So I put it on social media. I thought it was pretty funny, but I didn't even think about it, man. I wasn't even patting myself on the back. I wasn't celebrating any of that. I kept tweeting out every kid that got drafted, like, good shit, good to, and they were hitting me back. Thanks, coach. I didn't even think about it. And something is definitely wrong. If I had more kids than half these fucking D1s.
All right, so Coach, I got one more question, and then I want to get to that. So it's going to kind of translate into the transfer portal because I know that you talk about it a lot, but I'm going to transition to that. One question I have: look, I played center at a low-level FCS college in southeastern Louisiana. I'm really interested to hear from your perspective, though. Coaches kind of know when a guy can play, right? Like, are they really there to evaluate when they're talking to you, or is it more maybe school and off the field stuff that they're asking you as the head coach about a guy that they want to offer? Is it just, I don't want to say strictly off the field, but is it a lot about off the field stuff when they're talking to you as the head coach?
Talking about 4-year guys?
Yeah, 4-year guys.
Man, they don't even do that no more. It's a joke. It's a mockery. Like, it's a slap in everyone's face, in my opinion. That's why you don't really see a lot of it, but I used to kick a lot of head coaches out of the office, D1 guys, big-time guys too. I'm not going to call them out, but they actually, lawyered up and shit like that to stay off the show. This is what it is now. And I used to ask this question to big-time D1s, buddies of mine. I said, where did we lose integrity down in this whole process in the last 20 years? Where has our integrity gone? Where has our professionalism gone as far as recruiting these kids from coaches that you're going to need down the road? Because I don't need them. I'm like, hey, coach, you're gonna make me your OC? No, sir. Okay, then. Exactly. You need me. I don't need you. I got the best players in America. I don't recruit your kids. But at sometimes it does go hand in hand. We, buddies of mine send me a kid that's troubled. Won't put him on a recruiting list. I won't put him on. I'll send him right back to Alabama or right back to Clemson or what have you. It's called placement, right? So we want to keep relationships. Everyone says I'm the asshole and all that. I'm only the asshole when you do shit that requires me to be an asshole. Like, I'm not coming at you that way. I'm coming at you that way when you do foul things and it involves my babies. And remember, I'm the one that went and found Jermaine. I'm the one that I believe did a lot of things that allowed him. His talent was going to give him where he got. He came out the womb ready to play. I don't believe I got him better talent-wise. I got him better, bulked him up, got him in the weight room. I think I got him nastier. I think I got him headstrong. I think I created some tough skin. I can say those things. I don't. Those type of guys are ready to go. They're going to be a freak of nature. Now, the thing is, when you recruit my kids and you're going to send them and bring them to your school, I want to know, because if my kid gets screwed, you're never going to get another one from me. But what happens is, to answer your question, sorry about long roundabout way, they offer them on Twitter now. So I would get the head coach at Ole Miss at the time, come in. Hey, coach, what's going on? Sit down, kick his feet up on the chair like he fucking owns the place, right? And I hit his damn leg off my chair one day. And I'm like, so you offered Malik Henry, huh? And he's like, yeah. I go, damn, you had him on a visit, huh? He's like, yeah. I go, wow. We had a bye week, I think. And I go, wow. He robbed McDonald's last night, right? And they look at me. I walk out and slam the door. I walk out the office. I tell my assistants, don't give them shit. Let them figure the shit out. So his assistant would come find me. Coach, what's going on? I go, you should know, dog. You offered him a scholarship. So you should know everything about him, right? You're giving him $100,000, or you don't care. You want to offer him to beat all the Joneses, and then you want to shit on him when he fucks up because you don't really know his background. And you ain't taking a recommendation from me because I haven't talked to you. So I would tell you no or yes, right? So right now it's all, so when I've asked good friends of mine at that level, I said, what is the deal? They said, JB, this is the deal. LSU offers a kid on Twitter. We have to match it or we'll never get it. So as soon as we see that offer, we offer. And I'm like, I would never do it. I couldn't do it. I said, there's no fucking way I'm going to put my name on it or my school and I'm going to offer this dude I have no clue about just because you offered him. And that is where we are now. Social media, NIL, transfer portal. That is what it is. It's the fastest wild, wild west to the gun. They're in this deal. Who can get to the trigger first and do no research? They do no background. They do nothing. And the kids are the same way. So it goes both ways. The kids ain't doing no research either, or they wouldn't be transferring every 5 minutes. So it's a huge entire shit show. It is unbelievable. Like I have a nasty taste in my mouth when I see it. I don't even want to watch it or look at it. It's just a bad deal because you either coach it or you allow it. And we've been allowing this shit now, in my opinion, to where it's got out of control. And I think college football is about to implode in front of our very eyes. And junior college is done. See, junior college used to be what's called the transfer portal.
Right.
Junior college isn't getting those kids anymore. They're all sitting in the portal. High school football has become so diluted and watered down. It's so bad because it's not being recruited now. And then those same kids not being recruited think they're too good for JUCO. So they don't go to JUCO either. And now you got nobody playing nowhere. They're all sitting in the portal. And it's like, what in the fuck? What are we doing? So I got access to the portal, man, still. And there's like 6,000 kids in the portal. Just so you know, there's only 133 Division I schools or whatever. So
yeah, so like 79% or something are still in there or something like that.
Oh, at least, yeah. And that's just what you see on the outside. How many actually make it and get into school and all those things. It's really a 1%er deal. It's a 1%er. It's 1% of these folks that are getting NILs. It's 1% of these guys that are actually succeeding once they enter the transfer portal and have success stories. And the majority of the success stories that you see are so famous that it creates this huge aura that says, oh, the transfer portal is great because Jalen Hurts was in it and because Baker Mayfield went in it and because Russell Wilson was the first guy. But really, that's a 1% class, dude. There's only fucking 5 of those stories in the world. Like, let's really evaluate and look at the stories that are successful. It's very, very far and few between. And everyone thinks these big name guys go to the NFL, that everybody's done it successfully. No, 99% of them have not. They've failed. And you never hear from them again. And they're stuck in a portal. And it's really sad because kids only do what they do. They only know what they know and don't know what they don't know. And when they're told lies, fed bullshit, et cetera, they're just floundering, man. It's just creating a huge bottomless pit, man, that just, crabs in a bucket. Nobody can get out. The one's trying to get out.
Coach Jason Brown is joining us. We'll let you know where you can get all of his stuff. Podcast name change. By the way, Coach, getting some of that whiskey. I'm going to. I heard you got some vodka on the way. Our good partners over at Believe told us. So we'll let you plug that all in just a minute.
Where you guys at?
We're in Louisiana.
Okay, gotcha.
Down here in the booth. Hey, if you're making a change, Coach, I heard I was listening to you the other day, and I heard you maybe Houston. Look, man, Baton Rouge is a beautiful place. We got crawfish over it. I mean, look, man, I'm just trying to sell for my state, Coach. I'm trying to recruit.
I hear that.
All right, we got 2 more for you. Pooh Bear, pull up Cryan's question, if you don't mind. But Coach, we have a question here from you. It says #AskJB. Was Malik Henry your most talented or best talented quarterback that you've had?
No.
Okay. Who, in your opinion, who was?
In my history?
I'm assuming he's asking, maybe your history.
the guy that had the most, the it factor, had nuts and guts, big, athletic enough to get it done, but can throw it and was accurate. Probably Brad Sorensen. Played in the NFL. Played for the Chargers, the Titans, Vikings. Was Division I AA Player of the Year, I think 3 times at the FCS level. He was probably the best. His brother is the starting safety for the Chiefs, Daniel Sorensen. Right. Coached him as well. Brad was probably the most gifted and had all the intangibles and everything you want in that position. He in my opinion, he was an NFL starter. I think he got put on a bad. It's all luck of the draw, man, in this business. I'm just telling you. Tom Brady's not Tom Brady if Drew Bledsoe don't get hurt. Kurt Warner don't have a fucking movie out if Trent Green don't blow his shit out. That's what people don't understand. And then Kurt Warner's out here, and I like Kurt Warner, everything he stands for. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Rams fan. I grew up a Rams fan, but it's too bad they were in St. Louis when they won the first one. But, he came out today and talked about Tannehill's comments and was like, when did we start losing the team factor and being a mentor and all this? And I'm like, see, in my opinion, you didn't earn that position, Kurt. You were gifted it. Tannehill's earned it and has had to battle for it. And it's a different deal. And I am totally with the Ryan Tannehill on those comments about Malik Willis and helping him out and all that. This ain't he's not a coach yet. And this is his team, his that's an egotistical position we all have. We played it, anyone that plays it. And then RG3 came out today and talked about he's a bad teammate and all this. I'm like, see, the media puts words in people's mouths. And I'm like, well, last year he was the greatest teammate. Now he's horrible because he said, this guy's going to have to come battle me out. Like, that makes you a bad teammate? Like, it's just crazy, man, how people project and criticism. And it's all good. I mean, criticism's cool, but, perception's reality, man, and it is what it is. And RG3 playing the position kind of shocked me. Kind of, I already don't like the fucker, but he really came off like an idiot today.
Last one for you, Coach. You've been so great. One big thing that a lot of people in college football that talk about, myself included, is coaches tampering with players that are on current rosters. Excuse me. How do you stop that? Is there a way that you stop that? And
where are we talking? What level?
Any level. Just college coaches tampering, whether it be JUCO, whether it be FCS, hell, Alabama. What do you do to stop something like that? I mean, because the NCAA doesn't feel like they're going to do anything. What do you think that it could be done to stop the tampering for kids to go in the portal?
There's nothing to stop tampering now. It's legal.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing to stop it. It's legal. It's legal. It's legal recruiting now. It's open. You don't have to sit out. You can go wherever. Pittsburgh's receiver just left Pittsburgh University to go to USC out here in Cali. They gave him a house, and I hear, I got buddies on the staff, I hear $3 million in a house. I hear the house is like $2 million.
Well, shit, that's more than some first rounders.
Well, that's more than like 80% of the second rounders. So I'm just telling you, like, they didn't get a house. So, and they're not in LA. So, like, just think about that for a second. And then this kid uprooted, left Pittsburgh, and said, screw my teammates who I came in here with, screw everything, I'm out. I just have an issue with that whole thing, man. And it's just like, it's just no nuts and guts. It's all about this money. And you know what, man? I'm not necessarily mad at the kids. I'm splitting hairs. I'm 50-50 on the whole thing. But at the end of the day, we've allowed it. You either coach it or allow it. And we've allowed it at home. We've allowed it as coaches. We've allowed it as an NCAA, non-caring assholes of America. They're the worst. And, they're the ones that have allowed this the most. And obviously it's become, and now you see the guys getting out of Dodge because he knows this shit's about to hit the fan. And that's what these cowardly fucks do. They come in, they fuck shit up and leave.
Coach Jason Brown has been our guest. Absolutely fantastic. The Real Coach JB on Twitter. Go follow him. Go follow his podcast. Coach, where I got to get some of the whiskey, some merch. Where can we all go get some of your stuff?
You can get everything one-stop shop, man. CoachJBStore.com. You can get the whiskey. The vodka will be out in about 30 days. You can get hoodies, hats, visors, whatever it may be. Hate Me Now, Love Me Later, or slapdick material. So it's all out there. My book's on there. Hate Me Now, Love Me Later. Bestseller, by the way. My posters are on there. I can sign them for you. All that shit's personalizable. But CoachJBStore.com and Instagram, they deleted my verified one. Those fucks. So I'm gonna sue Facebook now. That's Real Coach JB. That's my new Instagram. So, but my Twitter has an underscore in it or whatever. I think at the Real Coach _ JB. But they'll find it. Shit, it's actually verified now. And then we'll see if fucking Elon Musk don't delete my shit.
I love you, Coach.
If you can handle me, I'm gonna tell you, there's not a platform for me. So it's okay. I get it, right? And I'm trying to be better, and I'm gonna try to be better, but I'm not really gonna try to be better. I'm just fucking because I'd be lying, and I don't lie. I have to remember too much shit if you lie. If he comes out and allows me to do me, shit, I would. I'll vote for the fucking cat to be president. I mean, shit. I just don't get it. Like, and the cool part is, I'll let you go. The people that come out and talk, they're talking free speech and all this. All these people, freedom of speech. I love it. It's a good. And then I cuss their asses out and tell them the truth, and they want to cancel me. These are the cats trying to cancel me, are the ones talking freedom of speech. It's all bullshit. They're all soft, cowardly fucks. And it's unbelievable, man, how these people operate. And they're all behind a cell phone texting. So they love that stuff, man. And it's sad. It's sad that the world has become, man. It's just really bad.
Coach, I got to bring you on again more, man, if I can. This has been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, and we'll definitely bring you on and talk to you again soon. I do have a book. Hey, Coach, very quick. If I send it to you, can you sign it for me? For real?
Say it again.
I got your book. Can I send it to you? Get it signed. Send it back.
Yeah. Just I'll just send you a new book, man. It's gonna be too much fucking mail and shit.
All right.
I got more shit lost in the mail right now. Mail's another bunch of fuck sticks. Post office is fucking me. But yeah, I'll send you a book, man, in a bottle. My whiskey's in Tennessee now. It's all over Tennessee as far as in the state. We're in 10 states, and then you can get it online if we're not in your state yet. But we're trying to get in all the states.
Well, I appreciate it, Coach. Again, thank you so much, man. We'll talk soon.
All right, brother. Appreciate you guys.
That's Coach JB. Look, we got